The question is, give an account of fluid connective tissue. So when we talk about the fluid connective tissue, the name itself suggests that the matrix is going to be fluid in nature. So fluid connective tissue is also termed as vascular tissue or the transporting tissue. We note there are two main type of fluid connective tissue, which is the blood and the lymph, and this blood and lymph together are going to transport nutrients, oxygen, vitamins, hormones to the cell, and they will remove the nitrogenous waste, carbon dioxide and other products from the cell. Now their matrix is going to be fluid, and this fluid matrix will not be secreted by the vascular tissue. The cells of the vascular tissue that are present are called as corpuscles, that is red corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and platelets. Then the most important thing about them is that they lack the power of division. They cannot divide by their own. Talking about the first important fluid connective tissue, that is blood. So we know the color of the blood is going to be red, and that is because of the hemoglobin. So let's talk about the composition of blood. So blood is composed of plasma, that is the fluid matrix, and it will consist of various cellular components that will include the RBCs, that is red blood corpuscles, WBCs, that is white blood corpuscles, and the platelets. When we talk about their function, so the function of blood is transportation. This is the main function. It is going to carry the oxygen from the lungs to the tissue, and it will bring the carbon dioxide from the tissue to the lungs. Apart from this, it is also going to transport nutrients, hormones, waste product, and even antibodies. This was about the transportation function. It also plays an important role in defense. So it has cells called as WBCs which help in fighting the infection. They are the ones which identify the foreign particles or pathogen, and they engulf it and destroy it, keeping our body safe. The next part is the clotting part. This clotting is particularly taken care by the cells called as platelets. They are not basically cells, they are cell fragments. So these platelets are the cell fragments which we find in the blood, which play a very important role in the blood clotting and preventing the loss of blood through bleeding. Let's talk about another fluid connective tissue, which is lymph. When we talk about the lymph, it is the fluid connective tissue which has a composition similar to that of blood, since it is derived from the blood, and it is going to circulate through a system called as lymphatic system. It will flow through the lymph vessel, and it is going to contain white blood cells. Apart from white blood cell, it will contain many immune cells. Talking about the function of this lymph is going to maintain fluid balance, that is, it will be collecting excessive fluid from the tissue and it will be draining it back into the bloodstream. The next function is immunity. Since it has many immune cell, it is going to play a very vital role in the immune system by transporting immune cells and the antibodies throughout the blood as well. The next thing is the fat absorption. So fat cannot be directly absorbed into the blood in intestine. So there are certain things called as lacteals which are going to absorb the fat, and then it will drain it into the lymph, which is then going to bring it back in the blood. So this is going to absorb fat and fat soluble vitamins from small intestine and then transport them into the bloodstream. So in this way, blood and lymph are essential for proper functioning of the body, and they are the ones which are going to transport the vital substances. They are also going to maintain the homeostasis, and they play a crucial role in our immune system as well.